And the NACS to CCS1 adapter news continues. For those that don't know, this is a NACS to CCS1 adapter. It's the adapter that allows authorized vehicles to charge on Tesla Superchargers. Today, Ford sent out an email to some of its customers that they sent these adapters to, telling them not to use the adapter. There's potential safety issues, and they're going to be replacing them with a new adapter. So I thought it'd be a good idea for me to put out a quick video here today to explain to Ford electric vehicle customers that have this adapter what they should do in light of this situation. So let's get into it. So first off, let's take a look at the email that Ford sent to its affected customers. As part of ongoing testing, your adapter has been identified by Ford to have a potential issue that may result in reduced charging speeds over time and in some cases, charge port damage. As such, Ford does not recommend using the adapter initially supplied to you with any vehicle from this time on, and we will be sending you a replacement. Please check Ford Pass or the in-vehicle public charging app for other charging options within the Blue Oval charging network while we expedite your replacement adapter. Ford will supply a replacement adapter in the coming weeks and provide return instructions to send back your existing adapter, both at no cost. It is imperative that we receive all adapters affected to reduce the risk of potential vehicle damage. For further information, please call Ford's Customer Contact Center at 1-800-392-3673 for instructions on how to update your account information in Ford Pass. And then they have a direct link for you to click on to review your address, just to be certain that it hasn't changed from the time they initially mailed you the adapter. State of Charge is powered by Qmerit. After I've helped you decide which electric vehicle charging equipment you're going to buy, follow the link in the description of my videos and let the EV charging installation professionals at Qmerit install it. Okay, so it appears to be a certain batch of adapters, and these adapters were made by Tesla and provided to Ford and the other companies, and which makes me wonder if Rivian or General Motors, who also get these from Tesla, are also going to be sending out similar emails to their customers, or if only Ford received the adapters that were in this tainted batch. Now, I could assume it's some sort of an overheating problem, because if the adapter gets too hot, it'll either shut off charging or reduce the charging speed that the vehicle was taking in. And Ford also noted in that email that there could be charge port damage. So I'm thinking the pins can overheat and do some melting or arcing or something. So, you know, you definitely don't want to use this. If you got the email from Ford today, don't use your adapter. Don't use it at all. You know, really, even if you need to go on a long road trip, find something else. This isn't going to be long. Ford's going to be replacing these pretty soon. And it's interesting to me. I actually find it a little humorous. And this isn't a funny situation, though, that Tesla was so adamant that nobody should use third-party adapters, that the adapters from the other companies are not approved and only use our adapter here. And it seems to be the one that had the first or most serious issue. Now, the Electron adapter was recalled because it had a problem with the lock not engaging, which is a serious issue. I absolutely shouldn't make light of that, but you'd have to pull on it to release it. This seems like if you're doing nothing wrong and you're part of this affected batch, the adapter could overheat. So that, to me, is a potentially worse problem than what Electron had, even though Electron did the right thing by recalling it and replacing them. But it's interesting that the Tesla adapter, the one that they're saying this is the only one you could use on this network, actually seemed to have the most serious problem so far. But it is only a certain amount of them. Like, I didn't receive this email. So, and I reached out to Ford, which we're going to get into a little bit next. I asked them a few questions, which they were kind enough to answer my questions. So I don't have anything to worry about. This adapter is just fine. This is the one that I received from Ford. I don't have to worry about it. So if you didn't get the email, You don't have to worry about this. Check your spam folder just in case it went into the spam folder, but you don't have to contact Ford to find out if you're in a batch. Ford knows the customers that got the bad ones. Unless you've changed your email address, you'll get the notification. If you didn't get the notification, you're not involved in this. It's not like they sent out emails today and then they're going to send out more tomorrow. From what I understand, they've notified or sent out emails to all of the customers that they believe are within this problem. Now, they could find out that another batch has the same issue and they just didn't know about it yet. But you don't need to try to contact Ford. You definitely don't need to contact your dealership, because I can tell you for certain they will not be able to tell you if you're in the affected batch. You know, the dealers are definitely going to just punt this and say contact Ford, because you know, we don't know which adapter you got. You got it mailed directly from Ford. The dealer wasn't even involved with that. So your dealership's not going to be able to give you guidance on this, I don't believe. And if you didn't get the email, for now, you're in the clear. So there's really nothing that you need to do. Okay, so I mentioned that I asked Ford a few questions. So let's take a look at the questions I asked them and their answers. Okay, so the first question here I've already answered in this video, but this is what I asked them. Is this problem found in all of the adapters? And if so, why has only some owners received the email? For instance, I didn't receive one. And the answer was Ford identified a potential issue with a batch of adapters sent earlier in the year where over time, continued usage may result in reduced charging speeds. Ford does not recommend using the identified adapter. Next question was, does Ford have enough supply to replace all the adapters? Because I know the supply of these adapters had been a problem since the launch of this program. And the answer was, yes, they do. Ford will begin shipping replacement adapters the week of October 28th. And that'll give customers time to check and update their address when needed. Next question was, has any reported instances of failures led to damage to the vehicle or the chargers? And the answer was no, but over time, continued usage may result in reduced charging speeds. His answer didn't include damage to the charge port like the original email did. And then Ford does not recommend using the identified adapter. Is Ford recommending that customers not use their adapters they received until they have a replacement? And even people like me who haven't received an email notification yet? And the answer was Ford notified affected customers today. Ford does not recommend using the identified adapter. So basically his answer was saying, if you receive the email, don't use your adapter. But everybody else can, because they've already notified the affected customers. If you weren't notified, you're in the clear. And then finally, is there any other relevant information or a statement from Ford that you'd like to make? And the answer was, notified retail customers are being asked to review the current address in their Ford Pass account. If it's correct, no action is required. If it needs to be updated, customers will be asked to do so by October 24th. Fleet customers will be notified and asked to confirm their address directly with their national account manager. Okay, well, I hope that clears it up. If you haven't received the email, you're in the clear, for now at least. I guess it's possible that they could identify another batch at some point in the future, but it seems like this was limited to a certain number of adapters, and Ford knows who got those adapters, and if you didn't get the email, you're good. Now, remember, this is the official adapter made by Tesla, the one that is endorsed by Tesla to be used on the Supercharger network. There are plenty of other adapters out there. None of them are officially endorsed by Tesla. I have talked about both the A to Z Typhoon Pro adapter as well as the Electron Vortex adapter in many videos. And while neither of these are officially endorsed by Tesla, General Motors actually started shipping these to their customers, or at least it's identified on their website that this is one of the adapters that they will be shipping to customers. They also do ship the official Tesla adapter, but I think General Motors realized there was going to be a production volume problem and they wouldn't be able to supply them quick enough. Ford had a big problem with that. When they initially started shipping these, they just didn't have enough. I think there's still some Ford customers that haven't received their original adapter. I don't have 100% clarification on it, but as recent as a week or so ago, I've had followers tell me, I'm still waiting on my adapter, Tom. I asked for it in June. So these are the two third-party adapters that I have personally said that I feel comfortable with. Now, Tesla doesn't care what Tom Malogany personally says he's comfortable with on the network, but I can tell you that I use both these adapters extensively. I've talked to the companies, I've talked to engineers in the companies, CEOs of the companies. I've seen data sheets on the how they've tested them and so forth, and I'm comfortable using both of these on my EVs. So if you don't have the Tesla adapter, if you can't get one yet, if you're not comfortable using this one, and the funny thing is, like, this is the one that's had a serious problem now, I definitely support people using one of these, even though you're not supposed to use it on the Tesla network. I haven't heard of a single instance where either one of these adapters has caused any problems or damage to the vehicle. Now, the electron adapter, we have seen on occasion, especially the earlier builds, get stuck with the Tesla connector because of a tolerance of inside here. So that was a problem, but I'm almost positive that's resolved. That doesn't happen anymore. But other than that, I haven't seen any problem with any of them. And I still have active coupon codes for both of these, 15% off, which makes them down to like about $170 each. Use State of Charge coupon code, and you can save 15% on either one of these adapters. Of course, you have to make that decision. I'm not telling people to use something that they're not comfortable with. If you're not comfortable, use it. Do not use it. Wait till you get your official Tesla adapter and do it that way. But, you know, I know a lot of people that have used these. Literally tens of thousands of these have been sold, and we don't hear a single instance where there's any serious problem. So I'm comfortable endorsing both of these products, actually. So, well, that's it I have on the NACS news today. I'm sure there's going to be more adapter news coming up soon. There's other products coming on the market soon. And, you know, we haven't heard the last of this NACS adapter. I don't want to call it a fiasco, but it's been a little bit of a bumpy start with vehicles getting supercharger access and what adapter to use and the initial electron recall. Now, Ford has stressed to me that this is not a recall. They're not calling it a recall. They're actually calling it a customer satisfaction program. I guess customers aren't satisfied if their adapter overheats, derates, and then damages their charge port. So I can understand why they wouldn't be satisfied with that. But to be clear, this is not like an official recall, even though it kind of seems like that to me. They're saying, you know, you have to send these back to us because we don't want any of them out there after we do this replacement program because they're dangerous. But it's not a recall. It's a customer satisfaction program. We just want you to be satisfied. So it's funny how that works. Companies, and not just Ford, all the companies will do whatever they can to have something not called a recall. And, you know, when this, quite honestly, is, you know, about as recall-y as you can get. But hey, customer satisfaction program, that's what we're dealing with. Well, that's really all I have here today on this latest NACS news. If you have any questions, drop them in the comment section. I'll try to get whatever answers that I can answer. If not, I'll reach out to Ford. I'll try to reach out to Tesla, but they won't answer. They never do. And that's all we have here today. Listen, if this is your first time here at State of Charge, hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you don't miss any upcoming electric vehicle news and reviews. And as always, thanks for watching.